Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. Today we're making Deathstroke's mask, and this is a little something we cooked up. It's a mannequin. If you watched my previous mannequin video, this is a mannequin head. You do the same exact thing except for leave a mouth hole. I can't stress that enough. Leave a mouth hole, leave a mouth hole, leave a mouth hole. Put a paper bag over your buddy's head. Leave a mouth hole because that could be dangerous. And tape it up. Make sure you emphasize the nose, just for mannequin purposes, and mark off the eyes. Okay, but to get to the Deathstroke, what we're going to do is we are going to use this aluminum foil. Connor, you get in there. And we're going to mark off, because each side of the helmet is symmetrical. So we're going to mark off right down the middle. So basically we're just going to lay this right on top. Tape goes on periodically just over the helmet, and it still stays on halfway through the helmet. Next, you're going to kind of turn it sideways and just conform it to the head. Wrap all that under. Just make sure it conforms to the head, and then tape that down. Now that the mask or the helmet is half taped in aluminum foil, you're going to put duct tape over that half. Keep these pieces showing, duct tape showing, so then you could just peel them off and then take the aluminum off. Foil off, yeah. Keep all the duct tape showing. And I was even talking to Lou. This is what it looks like so far. We still got some duct taping to do. So you just go along. All the tinfoil. Hold the head up. Like, yeah, there you go. You basically just cover all the tinfoil in duct tape. You're basically just covering literally half of the head. Again, it's simple. Like just look at the head, look straight down the middle, like a bird's eye view, front view. Alright guys, sorry if you hear the fan in the background. It's really hot in our garage. So, to make an update, we might have been a little off, so we drew a line just to make sure. So we know where to cut. So even though this is off, you'll see, but when we take that off, just don't draw to the left of the line. So right now, to draw a symmetrical line, we are drawing. Whoops! We are drawing the mask itself. Balance it. So Connor over here has a picture from the Deathstroke, from the Ben Affleck solo movie / Justice League movie. Because it's the tease from the movie. If you haven't seen that, we'll link that down below. We made a video on it. We made a video on that. So we are going to use this as a reference, marked with a blue marker. So with our head, well, there are many different designs you can choose from. Actually. You can just Google Deathstroke, and you get a ton of designs. Some like this, where there's the whole mask. Or you can get the ones with just a little bit, but we're just going to do the movie Deathstroke. Just for doing that for reference. Different and it's cool. So what we're going to do is just go along and draw the design in a blue Sharpie, just like you normally would on any other template. So I'm going to film a little bit of that, and then I'm going to jump to the end. So this design, it kind of comes closer towards the mouth, and then when it goes up by the cheekbones, it kind of widens outwards, unlike others where it's just like literally half of his head is orange. This is a little bit more Arkham City inspired / movie inspired. Not Arkham City, Arkham Origins. This cosplay is it's more movie Arkham, movie / Arkham styled, and then that comes up. Alright guys, this is the almost final mask part of the helmet, because we made a little mess up just around here because we didn't take into account where the eyes were. So we just moved it down a little bit. So this line was the previous line. This line right here is now the new line. So it goes all the way down from the chin. The eye we took into account because we looked over and we're like, oh, duh, we're dumb.
We drew an eye.
We drew the actual one. This is the made-up one for the mannequin.
This is just a mock-up.
That's the mock-up, yeah. So now it comes down more to the chin. We weren't really paying attention.
And
earlier.
then just merges like normal.
So it merges over like normal.
And we think
This is where you can get a little frisky on your own. Because
you can
the
make
movies,
you can see right here,
it ends. It does not continue
like here.
to the back.
See,
like
this
one,
continues all
we
the
drew
way
it
to the
all
back.
the way over.
Usually the movie would end,
like,
yeah,
right there.
So we
Right at the top. You could either do that if you want. You could just do it like the movie does it, or you can make it go all the way in the back. Just have the orange go all the way over, and then just paint all that orange. Or you can make some designs on it. You can make some angles, triangles, circles.
Yeah, because this is an inspired
Because
Deathstroke.
you could literally make your own Deathstroke, which is what I like. So you can make it end here, you can make it end here, you can make it end way down here.
So it's your own design.
We're probably going to make it end way back here because...
It's different, and this is for a friend.
Yeah, this is for a buddy of ours.
So we're trying to make it look cool as possible with our own twist. So that's that.
That's the mask part. Now we're going to go on to the ear and like cheekbone part.
So that means we got to go underneath here.
Because that's the bottom of the mask, like right where your chin lies,
See, here's,
and your ear starts.
Here's the nose and the eyes. Here's the mouth. So here's the chin.
Yeah, there's the chin, so it kind of...
Start down here.
It kind of comes around here.
You start down here.
Goes towards your the back of your chin and your ear. And just kind of, just like the way the mannequin's shaped.
Like work your way.
Kind of comes up the head. To the back. Right to the center line. I'm going to pause it.
Yeah.
So, alright guys, next step, what we're going to do, and now that we got... What you doing? Oh, now that we got the cheekbone, ear part, and the mask part done, what we're going to do... What does that say? Orange. Label everything. It's great. You could be the master of comics and still mess things up. Label everything.
Because once these are all cut out, you might not know what the hell they are.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go through, and how we taped that down earlier, we're going to rip that bad boy off, and we have templates.
We just got to cut them.
Just carefully take it off, and now it fits perfectly to your mannequin. It's perfect.
Because if this mannequin is the size of your head,
which
then the mask
it could
should
be. The mask should fit right on. Which, by the way, if you're wondering, oh, I thought you said you were making it for a buddy. Buddy's like almost the same build as us. So...
It works.
Yeah, it works. Just if you're wondering, because why would we make it our size? Thank you guys for watching and following. Hope you continue to the end of the video. This is going to be a really fun build. And we're going to have more helmets in the future, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Because now that we got this going, and this is a really fun build, what, we're just going to stop?
No.
That doesn't make any sense. So he's peeling that off now. Nice and easy.
We're kind of afraid that the chin's too short. So what you can do, since all this stuff is access anyways, just start down here and just make a little adjustment.
Because things might be too short. You might have to tape on a couple things or make a little
I'm
access.
just saying, now we got like
now
a few
you got
inches.
some room. So when you put it on the foam, you can make a little excess and then mess with it when you're done.
You can always cut it off later, but you can't add it on after.
Unless you're like, have the best glue in the world.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, we're gonna cut these, lay them flat onto Avafoam. So I'm gonna warp to when we do that.
No, because we're not done.
No, but I just wanted to show off this part because this is the part of the mask. You might be asking, hey twins, why aren't you making 2 more pieces for each side? Well, that's the beauty of things being symmetrical. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take each piece, trace it like this, and then we just trace it like this.
Well, also there's a bulge here, so what you got to do is you got to cut in the side.
Yes.
And then you can like kind of spread it out, so you can kind of do this.
That's for circles.
And then see how it's flat.
It's just a lot more.
It gets flatter.
Yeah.
And then once you do the Ava foam, you basically take this and then you go like that and merge it back.
So it creates the temple of like your head, how it like sticks out.
See, because this is a curved.
Yeah.
But then whenever you see, it's flat.
We'll explain more about that later.
When we get to the Ava foam.
But back to what I was saying, you only need these two templates because you can just flip them over and make the other half of the head. We'll show you more of that, like just like that.
See, because this is the left half.
There's the other half. Just don't
There's the
cut out
right
the
eye.
eye hole because he doesn't have a left eye. Or right eye, excuse me. So, we're going to warp. I'm going to actually warp to when we're on Avafoam this time. So, see you then. Alright, so we went outside so we can cut this foam. And we realized this has a carbon fiber look. Like some kind of etched metal.
Almost like a netting.
It's basically for professional look. If you didn't know, carbon fibers, like, it's just so professional.
Military grade armor.
Yeah, military grade armor, it's like professional. So what we're gonna do is use this back piece for the left side of the helmet. Right, I keep saying left, excuse me. Right side of the helmet.
The one with no eye.
The one with no eye, yes, the black side. So, what that means,
We're not going to flip this over.
So-
we're not going to flip this over.
we're gonna trace this. This is all of the pieces cut out and ready to be sanded and then heat formed and glued together. So we'll get back to you on that note. That, like, okay, here's a little quick explanation actually. This is what the mask will end up looking like because that point meets with that point and then you
slowly
you
feed it
just-
down like a zipper.
and you just zip it up and then this point will meet with that point over there. So that's what I mean about this side being the carbon fiber side, because if it was like this,
It's the exact same copy.
that's what you do. You cut them both out
So they can
the same way, so when the final copy comes out,
Different.
they're the same shape, different side. It's perfect. It's genius.
Hit it with the heat guys. Pull them down.
We are heating the parts of the mask with a heat gun and just bending them, rounding them off. So when we glue them together, it's easier to glue.
I don't even know how to put this thing together.
We'll figure it out. So once you have all the pieces, start to use either barge cement or what I have is called Dab Wellwood contact cement. It works just the same. All you got to do is put it on each of the edges like so. Focus. Put it on each of the edges on the inside of these V-cuts, and then you have to wait for it to dry for 15 minutes, and then you push it together, and then it'll contact together and dry, not completely, but it will stay sticky enough to stick together, and then you can continue to work. But remember, once you're sticking these sides together after 15 minutes, they will not come apart. So make sure you have the exact place where you want to put them together, you know, where you want it, because they will not come apart once you have them stuck together. So once you wait 15 minutes, you can finally stick them together and then move on to the next step. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes and there was a problem with this first one, too much glue. So obviously this is not going to dry in 15 minutes, this is going to dry in a long time, but I might just have to redo this one because there is way too much amount of glue here. But how I realize that is because this one's stuck together, this one's stuck together, and the last piece stuck together. So yeah, too much glue. Make sure to put a really light coat of glue and then wait 15 minutes. I guess I just didn't realize and how much I put on this one. So yeah, just a heads up. The next thing you should do is look at the inside of the two face pieces, and then all the way up the side, put a light coat of the dab wellwood, and then wait 15 more minutes for it to dry. So the gluing process is finally done, and I really, really enjoy the outcome for the final mask.
You gotta cut off the excess.
I'm gonna have to cut off the excess down there. Gonna round off the back right on this corner, and we are going to fill all the cracks like these with quick seal. All the cracks like these we're gonna have to sand down to make flush, and then fill with quick seal. And we're gonna have to add a strap mechanism to the back.
Make
because,
a little bit room.
Yeah,
make a little bit of room.
You might have to cut off some on the back.
But with
and then
Deathstroke, it's kind of like a. I think it would work.
Yeah, it can be varied. So you can actually cut off some of the back, add
just a little bit.
Just a little bit, add some straps, and then you should be done with the helmet, and then you can start painting. So we are now going to, hold on, show him the eye, show him the eye. We drew this eye by looking at pictures from movies and comics and stuff, and this is what we came up with. That dot in the middle is actually from me wearing it, and we figured out where my eye actually was, and then we drew that. So we're cutting it out now. We're gonna warp to when we have it done. There it is, all cut out. But it's a little dirty on the inside, so you're gonna have to sand it. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to sand it, round it off. But that's it. Now Connor, put it on. Ooh, there it is. And you can see really well out of this. You can see pretty well? Yeah, I can actually really see. There it is, the Deathstroke mask. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna sand down these edges, get these edges filled with quick seal, just basically fix up all these little edges over here, and we'll get back to you once we have progress, and then we can get to painting. So as you can see here, I just sanded the whole right side, which is this side, of the helmet. Well, technically it's the left, but on my right of the helmet, because you can tell on the other sides there is still the quick seal everywhere. I sanded it all off. For the most part, it is completely flush to the foam, and I just used this Dremel for it. So, yeah, I mean, you can use sandpaper or whatever, but I think the Dremel works best with the foam. So this is the final Deathstroke helmet. We added the strings coming down the back, one orange, one black, and we hooked it in through just a regular key ring, just through the foam. We just tied it. That's it. You just patch up anything that might have broken open. I think the seams are really well hided. I really do like how this mask turned out, and I'm excited to show you the rest of the cosplay. I think that carbon fiber look really, I think it looks really cool. And I'm excited to show you the rest of the cosplay, so stay tuned.